What's up everybody, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. In the last episode, we made our way back to Jubilife City, collected a couple things like our fishing rod, which I can't show off necessarily, before helping Professor Rowan and Lucas with some Team Galactic grunts who got in our way, before finally making our way here to Floaroma Town to the north. And we're on our way to Eterna City, which is kind of over here. So we started the episode off more or less on Route 203, made our way to Jubilife City, did some things there, and then made our way north to Floaroma Town. And so we should probably continue first by just stopping at this Pokemon to see what they have to offer in terms of what we can buy. And I believe... yeah, we already have some super potions, though I do want to look at some of this stuff down here. Repels can be kind of useful late game when you're trying to avoid and just more or less get through the story. We don't really need any right now because we're going to try to catch as many Pokemon as possible, new and old, though there are some heal stuff that we can find here. Though I don't think we'll need any net balls, water or bug type Pokemon. I don't really want to spend that much money though on Pokeballs. We have some heal balls which we haven't used yet, which is fine as well. Though I will definitely buy like 10 more regular Pokeballs to bring our total back up to 20. And then you get a Premier Ball on the house. That'll happen quite often when you go in the store and we'll buy Pokeballs. You'll get some Premier Balls on the house. Oh, also, I guess here's our training card, or trainer's card. We can also view our badges, so you can see which badges we've gotten, which ones we haven't yet. So we're still on one badge right now. Pokédex has 20 Pokemon, different stats. I guess I never really showed that off too much. But I really wanted to show off when we have some TMs that I guess we could learn. I'm not really interested in doing so though. I do want to show off this Premier Ball. It's those white and red balls that look slightly different from Pokeballs, and they're supposed to be commemorative or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, so if we head this way to continue on Route from 204 or 203, I'm not even sure what route this was down here. Now I have to look just to make sure. 204 on to Route 205 from Floaroma Town, following the path. We can meet this girl on the road here. Help! Help, trainer! Please, can you get my papa for me? He works at the Valley Windworks, but the people dressed like space aliens are mean and won't let me in. You don't say. Well, if we head up this way, we, Team Galactic, are conducting research in Eterna Forest. This is as far as you will go. Our research involves catching Pokemon in the flowering meadows of Floaroma Town. We're also using the energy of the Valley Windworks for something. That is of no concern to you. And they will simply push us away and we cannot move forward. So here, though, is the Valley Windworks, where we can find this, which is just a potion. But we can also find this Team Galactic grunt right outside. Don't you dare go into the Valley Windworks. I got orders to keep everyone out if they're not a part of Team Galactic. You're giving me a look that makes me think you're going to try to get in. Okay then, you'll have to battle me for it. And we are thrown straight into a Pokemon battle with one Team Galactic grunt. I do like the arena that you're kind of thrown into for Team Galactic. It's got their little logo on the floor. It's got special music as well. And we can also use our new moves. Mach Punch is like really strong apparently. They took out that Glameow in one shot. That was pretty incredible actually. And there goes Team Galactic. Yeah, he had one Pokemon guarded that entire Valley Windworks. Isn't that just great, getting owned by some kid? But you can't do a thing if I let myself in with my Works key. That's right, the other Works key's not here. My cohorts in the Flower Patch have the only other one. Huh, in that sense, I'm no longer the loser. Are you sure about that? Well, he did lock the door. but he did also tell us exactly where the next key is. However, before we do that, I want to hop over into this tall patch of grass because there's a couple new Pokemon that we can grab. First is a Pachirisu, which we have seen before from trainers, but we've never actually caught one ourselves, so we're definitely going to want to pick this guy up while we can. But there is one Pokemon specifically that I am looking for in the tall grass, and I will kind of remark as to what that is once we get there. And I think I made brief mention of this in the last episode, but I kind of want to go into a little bit more detail because I don't think I went into enough. And oh, Dragon Breath. Mighty Gust inflicts damage. It may also leave with paralysis. I don't think we really need Rock Polish, and that bind move can get us out of a pinch if we're in trouble. So I think we'll do that. But I will definitely, I won't skip any. Well, I mentioned that I would start skipping trainer battles. Though I will sometimes go out of my way to avoid fighting trainers. We're gonna send this Pachirisu to a box. We're never gonna use him. We already have a Shinx, so no worries there. But sometimes I will go out of my way to avoid, and this is the Pokemon I was looking for. It's a Buizel. It is a water type Pokemon that will be pretty helpful to us a little bit later on. I don't want to take this guy out, so we'll try to just use Ember, which won't do a whole lot because obviously it's a water type and water doesn't do too much to fire. No, he may attack us with no water type move. I don't think he has a water type move yet, though he'll learn one soon, and we'll definitely be adding this guy to our party. But anyway, now for like a third time, going back to my original comments that I were making, though sometimes I will try to go out of my way to avoid trainer battles. I won't skip them in the editing process, though. If we ever run into wild Pokemon, and it's a Pokemon that we've seen before, I'll definitely start trying to remember to just avoid those in editing, and I'll do that mainly by just staying quiet during the battles, so that I remember that, hey, this is a section that needs to go. So I'll see in like the audio waves of the episode while I'm editing it, like, hey, here's a quiet part, this may be something I need to edit out. So we may start not seeing a lot of these different types of battles, especially with Pokemon that we've already seen before, and I may even start doing that this episode. But all the Pokemon we've seen up to this point are brand new. Its Double Team is a normal type move, raises its evasiveness. I don't think there's really much of a reason to learn that. I'd rather just have lowered attack stats or something like that. Double Team doesn't really seem that interesting or appealing to me, but this is a Sea Weasel Pokemon. I do love the floating tube around its neck, and I think Buizels look quite cute, if I do say so myself. And with that, we're finally going to get rid of our lovely little Bidoof, which we only probably saw for just a little bit. So sorry, little buddy, it's time to go. And we now have a water type Pokemon to our party, though I don't think he knows any water type moves quite yet. Though I will pop in after a battle if our Pokemon have leveled up, just to interject for a moment to say that we've leveled up, and then, well, I'll cut back there and then I'll just go through the loading screen there. But like, that's an example of what I will do. And also there's some bushes here which have some berries, and so we've picked the Chesto berries. Though I don't really think we'll use berries, I guess, a whole lot. Though I guess early game they are quite useful. In fact, I'll show that off. So we have Chesto berries, which can help a Pokemon recover from sleep on its own in battle. If it holds one, it can like get rid of poison. So for example, I want them to hold it, not to use it. And I'll give another one to Starly. We'll just kind of pass these out randomly. And then I'll grab and hand the other one out to, I guess, Dusk or something. Alright, sweet. And that'll show off, and this will happen randomly during battles. It'll just show off what those berries will do. The Pokemon will randomly eat them before a turn. And so it helps for a little bit of healing or removing a status effect if it ever gets one. But I do want to heal my Pokemon because that Weasel is still weak from when, of course, we fought him to capture him. And so I want to make sure he's up to speed and ready to go. And if we head up here to the top left corner, if you had headed up here before heading over to the Valley Windworks, there were two, what are those guys called? Galactic Team Grunts. There we go. I couldn't think of the name for some reason, but they were standing here blocking our path into this little area here. But now they have walked farther into the Floaroma Meadow. Enough arguing. Hand over that sweet honey. Do as we say. Team Galactic will have that honey. We must have it to attract Pokemon in great numbers. Hey, this kid is a witness. What'll we do? Can't have that brat running off to get help. The solution's simple. We ensure the brat stays quiet. And here we are entering into another double battle on our... Oh, no, it's not a double battle. This is like one of the rare instances where there's two Team Galactic Grunts, but we only fight one at a time. Or maybe we only fight one. I don't exactly remember for sure. And of course, you give me a Bug-type Pokemon against a Fire-type Pokemon. I'm just gonna one-hit KO with my Fire-type move, no problem. I know that some people generally try to get the same type of move types of their Pokemon in parties whenever they're playing through, but I generally just try to get as many move types like per Pokemon. So like anytime, let's say I have a Fire-type Pokemon and but I'll have a Pokemon that has a slight boost on like fire and fighting, like our Monfernape here, or is that the name of this Pokemon? I think it's Infernape, right? No, it's not Infernape. It's Monfern. I don't even remember now. I've been calling this guy Infernape probably for the last 2 episodes, and it's not even Infernape. Infernape is the next evolution. And so I just sound like an idiot because he's obviously the only one that's named, and so sometimes I forget, which is also why I don't name them, because if I name them I will definitely completely forget the name of the Pokemon that I'm using, which would be kind of embarrassing, now that it's not already, I guess, because I've already screwed it up. Alright, but hopefully we'll attack through. Dang it. Yeah, so if you're confused, sometimes you will accidentally hit yourself in confusion. And we can no longer escape, like... Well, I guess that also, actually, that means we can't remove ourselves from the battle. Not that it really matters, because down goes Zubat. And that effectively ends this battle. And Shinx is now up to level 15. And alright, there we go. And so Team Galactic is done. And oh, Shinx is evolving. It's our second evolution of the series. So Shinx will evolve into a Luxio. And that data will be added to the Pokédex. This brat's tough, like really, really tough. Tougher than I can put into words. And I know a lot of words. We're done for now. Let's get back to the Valley Windworks. Oh, what's this? They seem to have forgotten it. It's a works key. It must be for the Valley Windworks. It's of no use to me. You may as well have it. We've obtained the works key that we need. Thank you. You surely saved me. Those goons were trying to rob me of my sweet, sweet honey. They sure were weird, though. You saw how they were dressed. What were they saying? What they were saying didn't make a whole lot of sense either. Oh, I need to thank you. Will you take this as my thanks? And he's even given us a jar of honey. If you saw that honey on a sweet smelling tree, it might attract Pokemon. And alright, so if we head this way, one, if you run in the flowers, Pokemon like won't come after you or anything like that. Though there's not very far that we can actually go around here, though. Apparently we can get up there somehow, because I see a Pokeball up there, though I don't necessarily know how we would make it inside. I guess unless we were inside of the Fugo Ironworks. I don't know what that means. If you press plus, oh, it shows the location of trees and berries, I guess. I'm not really sure what that means. But I guess we can get there through Eterna Forest. I'm not really sure. But if I walk up to this tree, I can slather the bark with honey. And then I will have to wait not 6 in-game hours, but 6 real-life hours. So probably by the next episode. Well, the flowers that grow in the field here are special. Do you see how they're more vivid than flowers elsewhere in Sinnoh? You can thank Pokemon for that. If you put honey in a tree, check back later to see if the tree is rustling. If I see rustling, it gets my hopes up because there's a good chance that there's a rare Pokemon. Yeah, so there's some Pokemon that can only be found with slathered barked trees, I guess. But we will have to wait like actually 6 in like actual hours, so it'll probably be the next episode or so, or like by the time I finish, because I probably won't record any more episodes, at least for today, and I'll come back tomorrow and finish recording the rest, I guess, if that makes sense. Because I obviously don't sit and record all these in one sitting, because that would be absolutely atrocious. But we can walk over here and use our works key to get inside the Valley Windworks. So let's head inside and rescue that girl's father. What? No way. You have the key? Locking the door was meaningless. I am the loser in this after all. This is no time for self-pity. I've got to alert the commander. And off he goes. Now we can head over here to the right and we can see a strange figure on the other side of that wall with red hair, which is different than all the others, strangely enough. And we got that guy distracted so we could run through here. And we can actually run right up to the commander without having to fight any of the other guys over there. I wanted Team Galactic's 3 commanders. We've been trying to create a new world that's better than this one. People have shown little understanding about what we do. You don't understand either, do you? It's a little saddening. So let's have a battle to decide what we should do next. If I win, you leave. If you win, we, Team Galactic, will leave. And alright, here we go. This is Commander Mars. Signified obviously by the red hair. One of 3 commanders from Team Galactic, and if you look in the background, 3 planets have appeared, one of them, well, being what she's named after. I'll let you 2 figure out what the other 2 are and maybe how that correlates to some other commanders inside of Team Galactic. What do you think you're doing to my Pokemon? Just destroying them with my Monfernape. That's not the correct name though. I keep screwing that up. I'll check after this battle. I don't remember the name for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know, for some reason the middle evolution of this Pokemon always seems to confuse me quite a bit. I never quite remember exactly, I guess, the name of this Pokemon other than Infernape, and then the first evolution, which we just got through. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep Infernape out though, because I don't see a reason not to just throw a Mach Punch. Our move was supposed to go first, and for some reason it didn't, because Mach Punch should always go first. There we go. It's gonna work that time, and that was super effective. I'm just gonna use Scratch. Yikes. I'm gonna get in my bag here and use... That's 20 HP. We're gonna lose a little bit of HP for this, but we're at kind of that point in which a regular potion is not enough, but this potion is still too much, because the potions are weird in this game. They don't go like 20, 40, 60. Though I think they should, but they don't, obviously. but we'll use another Mach Punch, and one more hit should do, and we... Never mind, it had a berry. In which case it will restore some of its HP. It had an orange berry. So another scratch. That's fine. One more. We should have been using Power-Up Punch this whole time, I think. Though we do move second somehow. Somehow we are actually slower than Perugly. Which just based on looks doesn't seem like it would be the case. Our attack step did go up, but we didn't kill. Now I think we use Mach Punch because we go first. And now we can secure our victory. And down goes Commander Mars. And pretty much all of my Pokemon grew at least one level, except for Luxio. Fury Swipes. I think this is a move that we're definitely going to want to learn, I think. The target is raked with sharp claws or sides quickly 2 to 5 times in a row. Actually, it only does 18. What an odd number. Most of the damage in this game is either like 40, 50, 60, 80, 70, whatever. It's got a 0 behind it. But Fury Swipes is 18. What an odd number. But I guess it doesn't matter. I don't really want to learn it. The moves that I've got right now, I feel like are pretty good for the time being. And Weasel leveled up as well, learned a move, which I think was Quick Attack. Abra leveled up to 13, moved up 2 whole levels. Starly as well, and then Onyx, though no one I think else is going to learn a different move. And down goes, like I said, Commander Mars. This can't be. I lost you, you annoying brat. And ooh, Starly is evolving. I think this is the 3rd evolution in 2 episodes. I think this is the 2nd one in this episode. Because I think, yeah, Luxio was earlier in the episode. And Starly becomes Severia, which is a Pokemon that we could catch at a later point. Or we would have been able to catch at a later point. But now we just have it added to our Pokedex automatically. Oops, I messed that one up. That's alright though. I quite enjoyed our battle. It's time to say goodbye and leave for the time being. And they all leave. Team Galactic. They were saying they had to gather Pokemon and energy no matter what. It was for creating a new universe. Or so they claimed. Nothing they say made any sort of sense to me. Anyways, I can't tell you how grateful I am to you for saving me. I can finally see my little daughter again. Papa! Yuck, Papa, you're stinky. Go shower now, stinky. Oh, sorry. They had me working non-stop. Thank you, trainer. You made these bad people go away. I think the balloon Pokemon will come to visit again. The balloon Pokemon, you say? Now, I do actually think that if we head outside the Valley Wind Works and we run around in the grass, we can possibly meet another Pokemon. Now that Team Galactic is gone, though I'm not 100% sure. And actually, I know earlier in this episode I mentioned I would skip these battles, but I can simply just run away. So I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. And most of the time I'm talking while these cutscenes are playing, so I might as well just end up running away. But we did actually, here's another Pokemon that we haven't seen. This is Shellos, which evolves into, I believe, Gastrodon, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to want to catch this guy. But for some reason, these guys, for me, seem to be notoriously hard to catch for some reason. I never seem to get them on the first try, but my luck is turning around. I think there's only been 2 Pokemon yet that we haven't just thrown a Pokeball straight away and caught. This is another water-type Pokemon. West Sea, it's a pink color. The color and shapes differ from region to region. In the center region, 2 types are confirmed. I believe if we move to the east, I don't actually want to add him to our party. I'd rather just put him in a box. I believe they're more of a bluish color instead of pink, but I could be wrong about that. Another Weasel. I'm not really interested, but the balloon Pokemon, I'm not sure if we'll actually end up finding, I guess. Though I may come back here a little bit later just to see, because we can always look around a bit later. And if we want to head up this way, we now can, because oh, I've run into this trainer. I didn't realize this was a trainer. Now, I don't necessarily want to head down this route quite yet, because it can be kind of long, and there's a ton of trainers and a Ponyta. Now would be a great time to have Weasel come in if it knows any water type moves right now, because obviously fire type against fire type isn't going to do much, though fighting type may be effective against Ponyta. Not really. It's going to use Ember, which obviously isn't that effective. Though, yeah, Weasel doesn't know any fire or water attacks quite yet, so no real reason to use him. We'll just continue to do a good bit of damage with our like Mach Punch move, and hope we just don't faint before. Though it's going to use Tail Whip, and I think lower our defense, which gives us an opening to attack, which will take out this Ponyta. And that's going to be it for this battle. You only had one Pokemon. Yeah, Camper Jacob is finished. Alright, but this is Route 205 that we're still on, I think, right? Yeah, Valley Windworks, and then this is, yeah, Route 205. I don't want to head down there quite yet, because I do actually want to save that for next time, because we are kind of running out of time. Though I do want to just go ahead and heal up before we end off, because instead of having to do this at the beginning of the next episode, I'll just go ahead and do it now, so also I don't forget between now and the next episode. But with that, I think that's gonna do it all for this episode here, guys. So if you guys did like this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. It's up the channel a lot, and if you want to see more content like this, please do consider subscribing. Once again, guys, my name is Connor. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.